This is my first insight into the STB1. I converted some silver earlier on from selling equipment on other tanks, so I thought I'd treat myself to getting it. So this is really known as a Type 74. It's the main battle tank of Japan Ground Self-Defense Force. It was built by Mitsubishi Heavy Industries as a replacement for the Type 61. It was based on the best features of a number of contemporary designs, placing it in the same class as the US M60 or the German Leopard 1. So it has the same gun, 105mm. Now, having a look round it, low chance of fire. That engine, it's the diesel. The gun is a 105. Tracks, really quite decent. The traverse is amazing from the two games I've had. Ammo, don't know yet, haven't been ammo racked. So yeah, it's not too bad. Armour wise, nothing. Best part about this is probably the upper plate, which at a good angle when you're 10 degrees using that gun depression, the upper plate is going to be good. They're going to be aiming at the turret cheeks of your tank though, and anything that fires premiums going through those, but you'll bounce some standards, that's for sure. Tier 8s, 9s are going to have trouble with it, as long as you hold down. Now that's really quite strong. That's really strong with those angles. That is amazing. And then above the gun, that's basically don't shoot here, you stupid fuck, because that's not going to hurt me. So that's basically a good look around the tank. The gun, as far as I'm concerned, in the gameplay that I've had in it, is amazing. It's a bit troll when you turn the turret, but I can fix that with a few more skills. The pen is amazing. The fire rate is amazing. Now the game I'm going to show you is a Mastery 3. So, the first tank we is the foolish fool who comes up from this ridge below me is a Panther 2. And the light tank I'd got spotted too, and that damage you see to him was the first shot I put into him. So the Conway that's up on the top ridge does hit me once. But as you can see, gun depression, ridges, I love using them. Artillery has a go, nice job Artie. You fire at that medium tank, bruh, yeah. So now we get the light tank gets his act together. The Conway gets spotted. He decides that being up there after I've killed two is not for him, and he's off. I'd love to have shot him again to double what he did to me, but hey ho, never mind. Now what I do know, because I spot it, is there's a Death Star at the top of the map with the Leopard PTA. This thing, or me, and any medium tank, you don't want to be hit with one of those armor piercing rounds or Hesh. No thanks, not for me, cheers. And as you can see, he takes out one of my friends. I tried to go and get a shot into him, but he's pulled back, cover. So I decide that I'm going to fall back because I can't fight that fight. The light tank actually does a great job of dancing around the rocks and staying away from those guys. Meanwhile, on the other flank, we do have quite an overmatch. So I decided I wouldn't join in with that. Artie's doing his business, he's working, he's doing a really good job. So, knowing that those two tanks possibly would kill the light tank in the top corner, which they could have done should they have rushed him, I think anyway, then I was going to stay here and spot to make sure that they didn't get to the cap. But what happens next is a bit of a blessing, really. You'll see. I don't know if the guy comes up unloaded or loaded, but it's a bit odd. I don't usually like to play quite so defensive in order to win a game. I mean, I know I've got 2 tank destroyers sitting over there, a Tier 9 Waffle and a Yag Tiger, but I'm not in control of their tanks, so I don't know whether they're watching the maps, they play round map, whether they play square map. So I don't know whether they know what's been going on in the top corner, or who's up there, or what particular vehicle. So here we go. And we have an engagement with a 4-shot auto-loader T54E1. Now, is he unloaded? Because I know that he could shoot me there and doesn't, and draws back. So did he drive up to our cat loading? Question mark. Or was he just interested in doing other things? Don't know. So that was Hesh, straight past my head. Tell by the colour. So then I just decide that if they're going to come down here, it's trap time. We've got enough firepower here. If they do come up from the railroad tracks, I can spot them long before they get to me, spot me. Yeah, this is full on defense time. So, they must have got down from the top of the map by now, surely. We need to start thinking about getting them spotted. And we find that the Death Star did move down. He's not interested in coming down here, knowing artillery will be insta looking for him and anybody else down here. And we know now he's alone. Now, meanwhile, on the other flank, things have gone quite well. And we are starting to put cap pressure on their team. So these tanks here have got 1 or 2 choices. They go back and defend. They don't bother going back and defend and accept the defeat. Or, yeah, he's a bit of troll. That was aimed. That would have hit him, but that's where the gun troll landed on my trigger. Fortunately, we get all of the assist on him anyway. Now that was an armor-piercing round from none other than the T95. So we bounced the T95 off of our turret with an armor-piercing round. There you go. Luckily it hit me on that red part, right above the gun. So I now know that we're in a really good position to win this game. As soon as that heavy dies, I want them to attack. Let's go. Let's get out of that cap. I know where they are. I've got enough health. I fancy my chances. And so they listen. A green that doesn't want to cap out. It was amazing. So pleased. So this Conway, what is he thinking? Look at this. Straight past me, thanks very much. Straight into it. The Death Star, meanwhile, had died to artillery, thanks very much. And all we have left is the T95. And that's game. I was quite impressed from my second outing. I'm sure that I'll get better in it and, you know, make it work a bit harder than it did. But I'll take 3,000 damage with 2,000 assisted. It's a Mastery 3, 1,800 base. It's not too bad. Second place finish. Quite enjoy it actually. I know I like the Leopard 1, but this just might turn out to be my bestest tier 10 yet.